wouldn't stream this late, but I'm gonna go while the going's good. And hopefully tomorrow, the technician doesn't cancel on me. And I can hopefully get my internet fixed. Otherwise, I'm going to fucking have a fit. Yes. Why are we streaming Dishonored? We are streaming Dishonored because Xbox shut them down. So we are going to be streaming the Dishonored games. That is the next project. Let me just do that. And that's why we're streaming this. We're gonna play it on very hard because I have played this game a fucking lot. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. Low chaos or chaos. Low chaos or high chaos.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Steady hand. That's it. Watch it. Cast off line. Casting off. We're away. Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now.
Maybe. We live in strange times. Sending the Empress's bodyguard away for a couple of months. That's unusual.
Alright.
We need help with the rat plague. Oh there! We're going up.
Going up.
Sealed. Ready.
And if anyone's wondering where chat is, it's right next to me on the on my phone.
Oh, at last. Steady pressure. And stop. Shut her down. The Empress will be waiting for your news, Corvo.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Corvo, you're back!
What's up?
Will you tell me about your trip, please? Were there any whales? Wait! Let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master. Okay, here we go. My nanny says the big ocean's
Can't
full of
take
them,
damage.
but I think she only says that to scare me. While you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed. Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
I'm gonna find a new place to hide, because I always hide over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Here. Here? Okay, you win. We should go now, so Mother can see you too. Mother's going to be happy. She missed you. Take me with you on a trip one day, please?
No promises.
The Lord Spy Master is with me.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like Campbell.
She'll see you at once.
Hello, my lord.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What
Follow me,
news have you
Captain.
brought?
We should...
Only bad, unfortunately.
I hoped that one of the other cities had dealt with this before, knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here. Emily, behind me. Look out! Another one! Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again!
Mommy!
No! Get away from her! Corvo!
Shank.
Mommy! Get away! Corvo!
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
This really isn't going to do much numbers, but I don't, it's better than nothing. I'd rather fucking get nothing and do something.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
Alright. Nom nom nom. Ominous message. Anonymous, not ominous. Corvo. Who we are is irrelevant right now, just know that we have faith in you. Here is a key to your cell. Once you're out, head for the prison's interrogation room, take the explosive there and plant it on the outer door. Fucking English. When the bomb goes off, run, make for the river, lose yourself in the sewers. You'll find some useful gear stashed there. One of the prison guards will leave a weapon just outside your cell, and good luck. We need you alive and well for what's to come. A friend.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
It's on account of Corvo, the one who killed the Empress and abducted her daughter, Emily.
So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
They're as bad as us betting on the dogfights.
Attention. The solitary wing is off to maintenance crew.
Where how to play the stealth
Unless
game.
by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Money, money, money. Give me that.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Corvo's unconscious again. Though he's taken more punishment than in 2 men we brought in for interrogation. When he wakes, we'll start again. Having him sign the confession for her murder isn't critical, but it might be useful to us later. The assassination of an empress is not a trivial matter.
Duty officers report Corvo's interrogation. Corvo Atano, formerly the Royal Protector, will be brought in for interrogation. This is of utmost importance. The Lord Regent and High Overseer Campbell will conduct the questioning themselves, follow their orders without hesitation, and keep the torturer under control. If Corvo dies in his hands, instead of getting the public execution, public execution. The Lord Regent wants. It'll be your head that rolls next. Money. Boom device. It goes boom. What's this book? Trivials of Aptitude. Here's a excerpt from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows proper inclination, his marked overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions or other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin in march to an outpost outside the city. There are children undergo the ritual or preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to White Cliff. Hello, Tally. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. I really should have read more notes. I did not know that they... I feel a lot better about slaughtering overseers now. So yeah, we're abducting children to fight monsters, right? No, to practice our religion. Oh, that's...
Did you patrol the yard?
That's fucked up.
Sorry, not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday.
Forget it. Just wait a minute. Who's that?
Attention. Tomorrow's execution.
I'm your imagination.
Dignitaries only.
Up.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but everything has to be set up today.
I can't wait to see his head roll. Not everyone did, but I really like the Empress.
Where is it? Yoink. Money, money, money. Lots of money. Wait. Is there a yard to go? Oh, don't do that. Oh, that's that. I keep forgetting that those are speaker systems. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
Damn, bro, you just got told the fuck off. Whew. I guess I don't care which ending I get. We'll just go with whatever happens. Sir, would you like to go? Thank you. I just...
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
Is this yard? Looks like it's yard. What about the other way? I don't know, I'm curious. I never really, you know, fully explored this area, so I'm like, I wanna explore. I never really cared.
Stupid goddamn.
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance crews, unless accompanied by an officer of the watch.
What's over here? I saw something shine over here.
You're such a chump.
Oh, come on, man. Buy the guy a drink. He's a dead empress today, you know? He might need it. Looks like... No, you're not looking at me. You're looking at the wall. Yep, I guess this is the only way out. Oh, that kind of sucks. Maybe. Curious. Ow! Damn it! Is it? Yeah, it's F9. I fucked up hard there. Ow. Oh, there's... Been one of you. Really?
Unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort for the solitary must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Stupid god.
I just wish there was a way to actually sneak out of here, you know? Like, why is there no door control from the inside? Unless that's the door control, which isn't interactable. Fuck you, bitch!
He used some kind of explosive to blast his way out. It doesn't happen by accident.
Note from a friend. Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you're broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out to the river. He will bring you to us. A friend will meet you soon.
You think he had help? Who'd know how to do that?
Bottle Street gang, maybe. Watch for booby traps. Could be some down here by the look of it.
What?
Fuck. You're gonna get me. Who we get? Oh. Stuff. Damn it, journal. Man, and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick of this. No place above to hide from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last stars together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Damien. Yes, hello, sir. I need you to move. Food. Wonder how whale tastes. That's something I've wondered a while.
Yeah, screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague. No.
Doesn't the elixir prevent it?
Yeah, it is. Either way, let's just dump them down there. The rats.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
If I don't want to trigger it, what if I want to get the bolts? Money. Money. What's that say? Bottle Street. Where's the... Oh, there. Incendiary bolts. Early incendiary bolts. True to be a little more useful, but yeah. Greetings, Cover. Cover? Corvo! Or should I say, Lord Protector, as you were known before that title was wrongfully taken from you. We are servants of the Empire and of the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons, crafted for you, of the finest material in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel near the Old Isle, near where these tunnels spill into Renhaven River. All haste and luck. We share a common purpose. A fancy schmancy hand crossbow. A fancy schmancy sword. See, depending on how you make this sword, it would actually work in real life. Okay, where's my... Shit, do I need... How is I need it? Fucking... What's... Oh... No, damn. tab. What do I have tab set to? If I have tab set. Oh, alright. Just gonna change to tab. And then we're gonna make that. That. Jelly! In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it. If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. 452. 4. Fuck. See? We're not going to be playing Prey for a while, but something I really like that Prey does is with the numpads, you can actually, hi Tally, hi baby, you can actually use your actual numpad if you're playing it on PC, which, I find, shit, I didn't make sure, which, I find entertaining. Ow! I find it entertaining. I like little stuff like that.
He won't get past me, sir.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
Bastard. Alright, how do I want to handle this?
Sounds like there's dead Reaper in here.
Tired yet? Bug someone else. Stay alert, you worms. He's not getting out this way on my watch.
I got some bad fucking news for you, broski. I got some bad news for you.
Stupid goddamn.
That's some really, really bad news. You're not gonna like it. I got out. I got out on your watch.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily.
Something
heir to the
I
throne,
gotta give my
has
cat.
temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
I gotta feed my cat. But something I am shocked we have not seen yet is someone try and make an immersive sim in VR. Cause I mean, come on. Immersion is kind of what VR is made for. And I mean, I'll probably go more into it in a different, probably won't even be a stream, it'll probably be like a video that I make. But, just combine Contractors and Legendary Tales. And, combine their setups. Here, Tally. Clean your spoon. That's good, baby. Yeah. I love you. 2 half cans. No, not 2 half cans. 1 half can a day. I'm just shocked. Like, when I thought about it, I'm like, wait, why don't we see anything like this? And the reason the two would be perfect is because if you contractors has like stuff around you, and then legendary tales, when you hold like B or Y, you have quick slots.
Quickly, I'm Samuel.
What's up, Samuel?
And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Alright, old man. Hound Pit's Pub.
This is the Hound Pit's Pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to...
Just... checking... Alright.
Break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
Across the river.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We've found our man. Even after 6 months in Coldridge Prison, he slipped out like it was nothing.
Yes. Not surprising. He was the personal bodyguard of the Empress. You've heard the stories.
Yes, I have. It still amazes me that someone could get to the Empress and young Lady Emily.
No one knows the real story, Trevor. We all have our suspicions. We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's Pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
What's up, Piero?
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
So be gentle with it, right?
Perfect. Now plug it in.
The loyalist conspiracy is dissolved. Yeah, no shit.
Just get it near the receptacle. Magnetism will... Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Some lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
Great.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I'd like to look around a little bit more.
You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Take your shit. Piero. No, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered salt, Tivian ore, what's wrong with the metals in Gristello? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the Academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. But this is my bar, or what's left of it. We're operating on a budget. We're running low on food, oil, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one will miss any of the odd scrap you need. You seem to need. Fuck me. Admiral Havelock. Second solution. It's no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, a name I did not choose. If you must know the truth, the public has spoken. Its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be of equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions, which as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in history of the Empire. The plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it with the blood of those afflicted in it, and it's nearly perfect, elegant in fact. While it is true that Pierre's remedy and Sokolov's elixirs are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And this is a way, and it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest. You see Sokolov's elixir, which is emphasis on the brute animal body, is a grass grew better suited for livestock. This subtle and secret variance, key ingredients, makes Piero's remedy ensure truer works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless, blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Any more shit for me to steal or read? I don't mind if I do. Fuck with this. Fuck with that. Book. Dead Counter Responsibilities. An excerpt from a manual on new City Watch procedures commissioned by Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis. The Dead Counter is a position that will only be given to officers usually of junior or middle classes. In most matters of edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have commanded situations related to the plague and handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Starting in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test if accepted. For the 2-week training, tour pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1 1/2 normal pay grade. Well, vivisection. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tibia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 inches? Feet? I don't know. In length. Estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low. Fucking English, Robert. Rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes against her bellowing. Fuck. I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth, which I found a few row upon row teeth. Baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered from the water that was too small to be chewed. Whale oil processing. Out at sea, they secure beasts with hooks with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boats. Buoys? Yeah, buoys. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep once it's caught. A large hook is driven through the tail, which is used to hoist the creature through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck and lift them onto the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to the port of Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fattiest parts while it still lives. Whale oil. Sokolos no longer has the upper hand when it comes to supplies of whale oil. Good Admiral has paid for installation of my own system, which enables me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is near the oil refilling tank, a magnetic retractor will take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration, using the lever to begin the file press. Once refilling is completed, the tank will be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correct for once. Yeah, it works like this. And then, whoop. The game doesn't really teach you that these are the dispensaries.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better word. I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
I don't think, oh, you don't have your key on you. I don't know how I feel about that one, Bureau. I don't know how I feel about that one, buddy. I don't feel like, locking someone in a pressurized tank for years is, I don't think anyone would sign off on that, because that's a little inhumane. Maybe, you know, like an animal, like a rat or a pig, but, of course, you know, immediately, oh, it's animal cruelty. Yes, yes it is. For once, y'all are fucking right. Yes, it absolutely would be animal cruelty, but still your shit. Listen to your shit.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which, Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
Hello? Are you two gonna interact?
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
Excerpt from the travel journal of a young whaler. A Golfer's Tale, Volume 1, or A Golfer's Early Adventures. My sister and Nina left my sister, Nina, and I left together. Fuck. Saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold, but beautiful white landscapes we always know. We boarded, what? But beautiful white landscapes we had always known? What? Whatever. We had boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance. We spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my own dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I've ever done. Saw it as a means to an end. Someday I will captain my own crew and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so. As the wind and pounding waves racing after a whole whale. A wounded whale. Racing after a wounded whale, being pulled up by the skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its work on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corner of my eyes, but she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. Alright, we're gonna look over here and read the second volume. After more of a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, Too broken to continue, I've seen all the corners of the Isles and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime, and it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world and sailed the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pendicia. I'm gonna pronounce it that way, and if that's pronounced wrong, fuck you. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, singing in the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who knife each other for a good pair of boots. One year I had less time to come home. My tongue had forgotten the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the barrister, I was 100 miles off Morley, Goff hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we've seen in months. I helped her as much as she could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, that's because the industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Admiralty in the fleet. Well, each of the Isles has some form of naval fleet. None is more envied than that of Gristal, with its long, proud history of great ships and admirals who command them. Boys come from an age of cities of Gristal, hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties, yes, that's correct, Robert, are made of those captains who track down infamous pirates and crush seditious uprisings. As during the Morley insurrection, in times of war and peace, Gristal continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kills up over the deck and begin their butchering and processing, even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly towards the Windraven River, coming to dock with one of those powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House, suspended in the rigging overhead, backlit by the setting sun. The silhouette of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises into its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city. That's fucked up. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo and the Ursuber. They have not returned, so I can only hope they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piro spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass produce them, Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Well, fuck you, I did it anyway. Oh, that got fucked up quick. I was singing it in my head. Oh, fuck. God damn. That got dark quick. It's way darker. It's way darker than the original song. Holy shit! If you couldn't tell, I haven't really read many of the books. So I'm making it a point to do it now, which, I mean, I already planned to at some point do these as a stream, but hey, with the, Arkane being shut down. Better time now than ever. I say to you, brothers, it is here that we take our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd for the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. We will burn. I'm gonna fucking get that as a tattoo, by the way. We will burn a bright fire in our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way, and to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places where we strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. How about I fill more books? Oh, I've already read that. Fighting my way in the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A long needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns. Knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face towards me, resting the needle in his flesh with a fine tone, dressing me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is your turn to be mended. That's... Nathan Bale shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir? Clothed so in my very home, I shall hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Prince Kelisar, moving closer. It is a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone far out for the evening, leaving me alone. Oh, stammering, said the younger man in form. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen life, that pale rascal. Prince Kelisar. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, go fuck yourself. Smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Boyle? Bale? I don't know. It's hard to make out O's and A's in this fucking game's font. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Bale gasping. Oh my. It burns. It burns! The pit! It burns! This dated myself very hard. I'm an old man at heart, okay? I'm an old man at heart. Why? What? Okay. I'm very confused on why it just teleported me, bro. Why did you do that? That took me so off guard. Da-da-da-da. Money, money, money. I'll decide on my upgrades later. Yep. Yep. Parkour! Fuck out of my way. Fuck out of my way. Yeah. Do not disturb the man while I rest. There's ore up front, right? Ooh, I just saw that. I'm gonna go back up for that. Yes. Yoink. Yeah.
Oh my, you startled me. Ah, you could only be Corvo. I suppose you're practicing for your, well, your job.
You're much younger than I expected.
Do make yourself at home. Terrible you got blamed for the death of the Empress. Rest her spirit.
I want the money. Give me the monies. I should stream Thief. That's another one. Fucking, oh god, every time I say that in my head, I'm like, man, I'm so mad that fucking Square Enix killed Faith. Faith? Thief. They killed Thief, and that pisses me off. Could you imagine playing a remaster? Could you imagine playing the remaster of the original Thief, but with like modern movement? Oh man, that would be so good. And not janky ass old movement. I say janky. I don't know. I think movement's kind of one of the objective things that have gotten better over the years. Sure there are people who disagree. Fine, disagree.
Hello, Corvo.
What's up?
Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
A little bit.
The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces
That's the exact
in the
game I'm
world
getting
and
it on,
beyond
too.
Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you. Come find me.
Oh, you fucker. You cannot savor, 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 you cannot savor. So, little tip. Just wait for it to recharge. Because then... Oh. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Better not have done anything weird to the girl, or I will kill you. Look. Free mana. Step.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here. Neither seconds nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom. I can feel a great age ending.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your will, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Progress continues suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning, I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time before I see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had it my way, that mute bastard be working night and day, moving the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jasmine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop an immediate threat to her safety, but a strong man is not what's needed against those who undermine us. Will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats that require meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined. I'm afraid here within Deadmall Tower she retrieves instructions from the finest tutor in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is time wasted. A child should be let be a child. Wait till she's fucking older. Drawing up security from the main gate, leaning at the Deadmall Tower has been another pet project up late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Colden left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they please. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. A waterlock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way to the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday, the wrong person will slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for Sokolov's devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his invention deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the watch. Why do I worry so when no one seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves with our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If I only had more say in things, more authority, I would protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere next in the estate district. Hiram Burroughs, Royal Spymaster. For a year now I have lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer brethren, or the guidance of the blind sisters of the oracle from the oracular order. Days have passed with me sleeping in dens of cut purses, murderers, and worse. The nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I have ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and outlying ruins frequented by those of ill means. My beard grows long, and I wear weathered clothing, and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, by those rough men and women who take their trade knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, that's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who were not fit to live, executing them justly, and using their deaths as a means of building up my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking lives of the innocent. My goal is singular. I must impress an assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelagos. Took me a second. From coast. Taken captive by pirates venturing from the Far Isles. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead, and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years now, we believe, he spent traveling the Isle, studying autonomy in the great halls of learning and hidden basements frequented by few fellow dabblers of forbidden arts. Dowd has even purported, I don't fucking know, bro, to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared to vanish like smoke from a nearby rooftop. He gestured at a noblewoman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom in the cobblestone below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Not really. Only a month ago, a young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk, homegirl crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district in a narrow street. She passed beneath the window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside a ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading Haverweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, on which she recounted from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dad was kneeling before the shrine and muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There could be no doubt Dowd is an agent of the outsider and must die. Therefore, no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath, and the great purpose of my life until Dowd is dead, and his corruption has been purged from the world. I will continue to move along the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not stop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. Well, it turns out you did get to him, and you fucking hired him, you fucking bitch. Slackjaw. You know what a chinwag Slackjaw? What he was like when he was young before he got his name. Oh, he's got a cool head now, but it weren't always the days where he was the boss, the bottle king. Time-wise, young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets, running a pack of ragamuffins and avoiding the law, pinching whatever he needed, dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. For them born to the brothels are coming from the arson. It was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down into the mines run by the Pendleton or Boyle families. As hard as it was in the streets, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little uns more. Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when we took down a farmer's cart or sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan, give everyone some part to play, and decide on the split. Most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made it out better like that. More food, more coin, plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in rage. We worked a couple of big jobs with Black Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid no more. He was now an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied himself as much as Mike the Fish, who was working his way up running the protection racket among the factory women. That doesn't sound... See, I hear protection racket. I can't say the thing that comes to my mind, but it starts with an S. Starts with no, it doesn't start with an N. It starts with an R and ends with an E. If you know, you know. If you don't think about it. One fine evening, we're all taking a powdy. Oh God, fucking Irish slang, dude. Slackjaw's Irish, by the way. He's Irish. You'll learn that later. I know this because I've beaten the game like 10 times. But an Bowdy show in the theater house. Oh, like a stripper show. I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong about that, someone in the comments will correct me. Eventually. Make the fishing is a lot there, and the cheap seats too, just down the aisles from us. My God, a wild idea. Big boys wasn't big on planning. Throws a heavy ceramic spittoon at Slackjaw, hits him square in the face and breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's going to be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points to the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. Waking up the next day and no one telling us why Slackjaw motions for us to follow. He still can't say a word. So we just come along. He stops at the docks and Slackjaw actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you'd attach off a long line at the side of the ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off at different angles. Slackjaw's got something wrapped up in his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the fish was staying, but when we reached his girl's house, Slackjaw throws a bottle the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside. Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled when he sees Slackjaw out in the street. Looks come over. His face still gives me really pure murder. Mike comes out to the side door, bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they'd come together on the street, Slackjaw spins and the shark hook bites deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams. Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, the chain wrapped around his left arm, hooks sunk into Mike the fish, just knifing at him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't fight very well, hooked like that, and using his left hand, but he was a big guy and it took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but when they all went quiet, it just kept going and going, until it finally was just Mike the fish blabbering and crying like a baby, the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took a note and studded it to Mike's face with a nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple of months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, we had a sizable gang going. He sent letters to each other, the bosses telling him that he was running a brand new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys that delivered the letter. Green-eyed Tish even came back missing a thumb. It's fucked up, but apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, damn! It just goes on and on and on and on and on. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot in the head by the watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling in the water out cold. One of the older bosses found in his bed, his belly open wide and a Tivian pear stuffed in his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found bubbling in a cauldron of hot wax. Slackjaw sent another set of letters, offers of the underbosses telling them they'd been treated fair as peers. He even sent Green-eyed Tish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went for stabilizing his business. Real neat, like calling in favors, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of corn and a drink as a bonus. Showing what he could be like as a boss. Everyone got quiet, which always makes the boys of the city watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster's snitches, a reasonable citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone to working in a shop or sweeping off the steps. Keep watchful eyes for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to or what had happened, but Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shopkeepers in the watch to tell him that it was he was in town to stay, and things would be run properly from now on, without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into business and moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night if you take my meaning. Oh, I do. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick, and everyone wanted to buy these potions. From Sokolov and Pierre, health elixir or spiritual remedy, they call them. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory, and where you could watch the water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same as Sokolov's mixture was a smart plan. Pretty soon everybody in the slums was sick and business was good, but after a while there were so many people down with the plague that everybody got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. People can't work, can't have the coin for your elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Bros took over and the watch started using all the new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys, and them arc pylons. Put up a wall of light across the clavering boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving the town on a boat from Marley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the city watch, and with our taxes and ration, it's keeping us alive so far. God damn! Oh God, Granny Rags. Alright, more reading! Woo! Stream of reading. Fuck me.
Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end.
I'm doing this the entire time. And I'm gonna get tired of myself by the end of this.
In all the dreary days of my life, in the windows of a house, and from the kitchen, I can see out in the garden, in the leaves, the stalks that are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt as something wrapped in a blanket, laid in the rest of the rows of the twisting vines. The front room looks out at the street, and the neighbours are setting the fire to their homes and barricading themselves inside, warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget the bedroom either, as sees into the dreary alley where the hooligans are playing a game with the old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girls watching him kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, and to have those bones boil in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd like to meet. When I lived there with my husband, real fine people. Very morning, everyone say our house grand as Boyle Manor. Even better, your dinners are lavish with parties and all the best. When that young Sokolov come to paint my portrait, I was still nearly in my prime. Radiant, he said. We're still just barely a man. So young. Fucking Tally's over here like, what the fuck are you doing? So young, painting all the best people across the land, and everyone wanted his portrait by his fan. All my friends. Oh, I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint. Listening in the cabinets for a pretty coin. And it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home. No, we traveled together, he and I, with the far ends of the isles, beyond even all the way the red cliffs of Pandisia. To dig the rock and crawl in the caves and holding candles and squinting at the walls, and many precious things we came upon, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, and I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so, and all the time he'd come back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me, make me another present. He would go so far all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now.
my little mute boy's shiny, shiny sword. Better bones, what I need, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape. Ding! My old husband was always tired. I made him soup, and then he was sick, and better bones was all for my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one of the black eyes. After my husband is gone, giving away his birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and don't have many presents too, and sifting through the garbage for granny rags, feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman, just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me, in a dreary night in the stars above the bellow. Bob and Bellow! No, it's the one with the black eyes, dearie. Did you find that annoying at the end, Telly? So did I. Oh God, fuck me. I never want to do that again. What? We're gonna play it this way. Oh my God, feel free to skip that if you're watching that in post. I fucking hope you skipped all that reading. Ugh. Fuck me, I'm getting a drink. Oh God. My fucking cat came up to me and is just like, put her hand on my shoulder like, are you good, bro? Yes, Tally, I'm fine. Well, I'm glad the internet's lasted this long. You know? I mean, you know, I have no illusions of being the next Markiplier, but, you know. I mean, hey, I guess while I'm making a drink, I'll take this time. If any small-time devs want, you know, cheap voice actor work, I'm looking at you, Legendary Tales devs. Hit me up! The business email is, I'll put that in the description, I guess. The business email. No, well, I guess I'll link my Discord. I'll link my Discord so anyone who wants cheap VA work. Cause I mean, I don't mind doing it. You know, I already offered it to friends, and I mean, you know, doing something like that would keep me fucking busy. Yeah, I would not mind. I would not mind doing some stuff for like some small-time games. Alright, let's look at some of these. Power effects slightly improved. Those. Fire water.
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands.
Ish. Ha! Yep.
Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. Each and every night the black-eyed outsider visits upon Piero's dreams. He is Piero Joplin. Even now he visualizes the next invention. Astonishing. I wish you could see it too. Poor Piero. His
You'll
elixirs
find my
cure
genius
so
is
much for
versatile.
so many. But they
Bring me
cannot cure
items of
his
value,
fevers.
I can use the proceeds to build tools for you. Bring me any technology, anything at all, and I will reverse engineer it for our needs. Havelock stopped in earlier, but I forgot what he wanted. He's waiting to see you.
Eh.
If you like, but he won't.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business.
Oh, hey, a
But
person.
sometimes, good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear.
Oh
We want
God,
to
you
restore Her
really
Majesty's
missed.
line by
You
finding
missed
and
me
putting Emily
reading
Caldwell
so
on the
much.
For
Oh,
those
there
ends,
goes the person.
We'll hide,
Damn.
act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece.
Yeah, anyone coming in.
Tonight,
You
High Overseer
fucking
Campbell
missed.
dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers,
You
an
lucked
army
out.
of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think
Get
it
the
contains
journal.
Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
Hoorah!
Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin.
Admiral
He's one of us.
Havelock has
If you
seen
manage
all
to find him,
forces
give
that
him
all
whatever
the
help you
rest
can.
put together.
He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Deals are made here. Sometimes under the influence of wine. And sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. He has killed whales and men for profit and pleasure.
Oh God, more reading. What you read here is the truth, regardless of what you've heard from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spy master is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We, who were named nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. Signs of the opposition are all around us, circled of designs originally intended to provide light and warmth for our homes, have now been turned against us as mean to inspire fear and controlling our movements throughout the city. Where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory, perhaps. Well, you all know what they say about conspiracy theories. More like spoiler warnings. One of our... Oh, God. Good. It's not that long. Fuck me. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called the Exquisite Tallboy. Extolling the virtues of this newest member to the City Watch. To those in the streets now, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who can rain down fire on the sick and poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully, armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored, standing overhead, down at the common people of the city. We now know that these Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember that when tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed. Hey buddy, can I have you make something? I think I've decided on my upgrades.
What can I do for you?
Alright. Well, I guess I can buy the Alright. I guess that's not a bad idea. I guess that's good for now. Bend time. That's useful. Very, very useful.
Ready to go? Just give the signal. It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp.
Hello, person.
Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny
You missed a
Rags.
lot of reading.
They say she's nuts.
You missed a lot of reading. A
Don't
lot,
know
a
which is
lot.
worse. Just take your pick.
Shit in it as it is. Hey, what is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Something ain't moving no more.
Keep them coming.
Money.
No, I don't want to do. I don't want to do enhanced status. I wanted to do. Not gonna do the songs. Okay. T. bite me.
1, 2, 3,
Attention Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseer...
Plant your ass on the roof and watch the street. See who comes at Elm's house. See if that old lady knows anything. She's blind. She might have heard something.
of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary.
Long ago, Granny Rags danced to court, then begged to marry her. Their burning ways.
Just garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. All
The doom of Pandacia has come to the city. In her mind's eye, she is fancy trim and velvet, fresh and young, on her way to an evening of romance.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went dark.
Dear?
Nope.
Is that you, my dear husband?
Nope.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Mm-hmm. Let's organize this shit a little better. Don't necessarily need that there. Roulette.
Granny.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick. She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal. Just...
got, I'm taking it. Yeah, Granny, I didn't use her key.
I think the little birdies are sad today. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you.
It's not my birthday.
I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack-jaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard. Or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious. But they're shy. You'll have to go or they won't come. Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, 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 yes, because you're dead. Yes, I will. Oh no, that's not a nice thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a little something, something.
Here, birdies. Sweet birdies. Where did my birdies go? Maybe they should pay a visit to those young men. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Oh! There you are. Were you worried about your granny?
Yeah,
Hungry
those aren't
kids,
birdies.
aren't you? Don't eat too much. There will be all kinds of treats later. Don't you
Hi,
worry.
baby. Those are rats. Hey. Hi, Towley.
All these rats crawling all over.
That's not what we heard.
It was just a cold.
Are you sure? Because you know...
Anyone there?
Just me.
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that.
You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my
come
business.
here, Tally.
Well, it was, at one time,
But now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything,
Hi.
I wouldn't
Oh
mind
my
trading for a
goodness.
little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi?
Don't worry. Those Bottle Street boys had no idea where I keep the best loot. So come by when you can. Come see me anytime.
Yeah, there's the tally. My baby. My tally. Hi, tally. Oh my goodness. I say I love you too. Guess we're taking a break to take care of the kitty. Hi, Dally. Are you making me take a kitty break? Huh? Did a kitty break? Should I have a kitty cam? I should. There you go. Alright, let's resume.
Huh?
Bone charms. Bone charms. A sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself as a practice from long back. Practice from father to son. Old man Salt into Greenhorn, still getting his sea legs beneath him. In the old times, men cut into the tusks of ice seals, into the arm-long fangs of bears that roamed north of Tibia. Once the whale trade began, practitioners went to engraving the bones of these great beasts, rendering charms that sing into the night and grant small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. Fuck. Yep.
I will be glad to rest.
A book. Force lecture around this week's the distiller. There was no boss more ruthless, violent, or dedicated to squeezing the average citizen for coin than Black Sully. Like so many from Morley, she was pale-skinned and green-eyed. Her hair as black as the void. They say that she started young. As a girl, she'd stun a man with her looks, coming upon him in an alley, and then smile a one-sided smile, then suddenly run him through with a knife. She'd have his money and be on her way before he breathed his last breath. As a boss, she was worse, ruling over the meanest street gang in Dunwall had ever seen. To that time, her operation touched everything from shipping to prostitution. She even had a racket going in the Baker's Guild. A finger in every pie, indeed. One man watched Captain Jules Robot? Whatever. Made it his mission to stop her and kept the case going for half a decade. Black Sully met her and when Robin and his men lit smoke fires in barrels near the warehouse she'd hid out in during the day. As she and her gang rushed into the streets terrified the building was burning, Captain Rowan and his top officers threw nets over them and ran them through with blade and pistol shot. Now, rest in peace. Born and raised in Bristol, I spent my formative years in our smaller cities before settling in magnificent Dunwall. There, in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things, and the opportunity arose to document my travels to Sarkonos, Tivia, and finally Morley. I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estermont. Perhaps, like so many in Dunwall, I suffer from being excessively cultured, but I find Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the Festival of Churners to be tiresome, despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes, and why their renowned jellied ox tongue is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come.
That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of...
Someone... Watch it! Get around! Watch it!
Well, that didn't go well. Feeding log. Fourth day, month of wind, assorted human remains, strong appetite. 10th day, month of wind, one bag, Tivian pears, bruised and rotted, rats uninterested. 11th day, month of wind, 1 tin, potted whale meat, eaten. 13th day, month of wind, human torso, no trouble finding corpse parts. 17th day of wind, no feeding, aggression increased, incident of cannibalism. 20th day, month of wind, Insidious, a prettiest maidservant, will withhold feeding until first day, month of darkness. Sounds like somebody is doing some experiments. Third stricture. Restrict the restless hand, which quickly becomes the workmates of the outsider. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade. Even the lowest labor that is rigorous grazes the muscle as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. I actually don't disagree. Okay. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs relating to like play, and it is not true that the bile from the river crusts will protect against contraction of the disease, nor is it true that crushed moral orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that though both of those ingredients are used in both of Sokolov's elixir and Piro's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to the plague consists of only known means of resisting the disease. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against superstitious practices. Not only is it an ineffective to burn two hagfish and a cat together, inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it is also considered heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measure of the Abbey's laws. Tell your neighbors and practice these yourself. Avoid contact with the infected. Consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report to anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. Bullet. Wanted. Slackjaw. Someone is using this as target practice. Slackjaw. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Nice. Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yes.
Then you have to scrub.
That's nonsense. We just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol or white vinegar.
All right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he breeds rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. A royal physician or not,
I hear Telly's a beast.
superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
And Hans dies. Find the combination of that. Academy. Scalvani. The latest case would arrive with an egg containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting Fossy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city, poor bastards. Sorry you have to pack this in secret. Vivisectionists should be celebrated, revered even. Cutting up rats should be done. The town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty secret room behind a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me see what else you need. Remember, it might be a month before I can put it together in a shipment. There's more. Nearby, comfy afternoon. We stayed fairly insulated from the plague. Rat nets. I have been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad in the months of nets. I don't hardly see my family. It's bad enough that the work is clogged with trash from the pieces of catches and nets, but the water smells of hagfish guts too. We got to get it done before the month of rain, or you know what. And it ain't like we got help from those pricks in civil engineering either. Been at this job for nigh on 28 years and never seen one of them come below, except for a measure when holding put in one of their fancy new bridges. So these last 3 years have been the worst, and here's why. It's the river crusts moved into the works. We hear a man head yell and scream like he's burning up. Climb all up fast. No other choice. Yeah, I'm not keen on poisoning people. Used to be you'd go the bag and a stick and the nail at the end, catch as many rats as you could in a night, and the city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone. We got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street brats to work with us. Younger ones that didn't make much trouble, we'd pay 'em with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different, meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself if you got cornered. They'd turn and a swarm would come back at you. Barely got away with my skin a few times down in the sewers. Bite hurt afterward, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in your dreams at night. It got more dangerous. The city watch started paying better, but that didn't last long before after it came along. Too many people have been stripped clean trying to fill up a bag. One slip up and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji. Damn.
Obviously the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
Plague rat. For over a year I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands, giving their rapid gestation and maturation cycle. It's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats have collected in the poorest parts of towns, and the slums exhibit the older strains of the plagues, although it's found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported into the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I am living proof that Sokolov's elixirs and Pierrot's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plagues if one consumes enough of the stuff. 287, 287, 287, 287, 287, 287, 287, 287, 287, 287. Enhanced eyes, 287. I thought you were gonna start singing the fucking Star Spangled Banner. Not even gonna pretend. I thought I was starting here. Okay, 2, 8, 7. Woo! Anything else in here? Nope. Oh, mind if I yes? I am streaming. Did you enjoy listening to my old granny voice? I don't. Okay, you didn't hear it. You're probably wearing headphones. I was reading a book written from Granny Rags, and I was doing this voice. For like a good half an hour. I got tired of listening to myself. Hello, dearie. Getting tired of hearing myself.
Rich, the question is, where does the grandma end and the French words begin?
They are pretty close. Well, it's not my fault that Doofenshmirtz has a high-ass pitched voice. How long have I been streaming? Almost 2.5 hours. Alright, I'll cut it here. Yeah, go touch grass. Alright, well, everybody, probably gonna stream this again, because we're doing the Arkane Studios games that I have. I have to say studios because it is Arkane with a K. Studios, not Arkane, the show based off of a game that has the that is more toxic than the vat of acid that the Joker fell into. It's more toxic than that too. And that said, you'll fucking find out.
Are you calling the Souls fan base toxic? I'm saying, no. That's I'm checking whether or not how many Souls games you play.
Yeah, so,
Because you hear toxic Souls, it's like, oh, okay, clearly some
fucking poison swamps. Anyway, yeah, this is gonna be it for the day. Wanted to get in while the getting was good before the internet started acting up again. Hopefully tomorrow the people come and fix my internet if I bitch at them hard enough. Yeah. And then I will be able to stream more often. So, well, until then,